FCT, Abuja was alive with the spirit of Valentine's Day. The streets buzzed with lovers holding hands, vendors selling red roses, and restaurants packed with couples celebrating their love. It was a time of joy, romance, and, for some, mischief. In the heart of the city, a young man named Ode had a reputation. He was a smooth talker, a sharp dresser, and a trickster at heart. Born into a well-to-do family, Ode had never truly wanted for anything. He was charming, confident, and knew exactly how to win people over. But he didn't believe in love, he believed in the art of persuasion. Every Valentine's Day, he found a new target, showered her with sweet words, and then disappeared before things got serious. To him, love was just a game. This year was no different. Ode had set his sights on Amoka, a beautiful and intelligent lady who worked at a popular tech company. Unlike Ode, Amoka had worked hard for everything she had. Growing up in a middle-class home, she had watched her parents struggle to give her a good education. She was ambitious, self-sufficient, and had little patience for unserious men. Many admired her, but few had the courage to approach her because of her strong personality. But Ode, being Ode, saw it as a challenge. A week before Valentine's Day, he started his usual tricks. He sent anonymous gifts to her office, first, a single red rose, then a box of chocolates, and later, a handwritten note that read, "A queen deserves to be loved like royalty." Amoka was curious but not easily impressed. She had heard stories about Abuja men and their sweet tongues, so she kept her guard up. On Valentine's Eve, Ode decided to take things further. He dressed in his finest outfit, sprayed his expensive cologne, and walked confidently into Amoka's office with a bouquet of fresh roses. "Happy Valentine's in advance, beautiful," he said with his signature smile. Amoka looked up from her laptop and raised an eyebrow. "Ode, right?" He placed the flowers on her desk. "The one and only?" She chuckled. "So, you've been the mystery admirer." "Guilty as charged," Ode admitted. "I just couldn't resist. A woman like you deserves all the love in the world." Amoka smiled but didn't let her guard down. "Nice effort, but I've heard about you, Ode. You love the chase, not the commitment." Ode laughed, pretending to be offended. "Oh wow, my reputation precedes me. But what if I'm a changed man?" Amoka leaned forward. "Prove it." Ode was taken aback. "How?" "Spend Valentine's Day with me. No tricks, no games. Just a genuine day of love and kindness. If you're truly a changed man, show me." Ode hesitated. He had never actually spent Valentine's Day in a real way. But he wasn't one to back down from a challenge. Deal. The next morning, Ode arrived at Amoka's apartment dressed simply, without his usual flashy style. Amoka had planned the day, and he had no control over what they would do. Their first stop was an orphanage. "I thought we were going on a date." "This is my Valentine's tradition," Amoka said. "Love isn't just about romance, it's about kindness and giving." Ode watched as Amoka played with the children, gave them gifts, and laughed freely. He felt something unfamiliar, a warmth that wasn't based on winning or impressing. When a little girl tugged his hand and asked him to read her a story, he found himself smiling genuinely. Their next stop was a home for the elderly. Amoka introduced Ode to an old woman who had no family to visit her. They sat and listened to her stories of love and loss. For the first time in his life, Ode saw love beyond flowers and sweet words. It was in presence, in care, in time given freely. Later, they had a simple meal at a local food joint, not a fancy restaurant. Ode was used to spending money to impress, but this time, he found joy in simplicity. He and Amoka talked, really talked, about life, dreams, and love. By evening, Ode felt different. He didn't feel the need to impress Amoka anymore. He just wanted to be around her, to learn from her. As they walked back, he stopped. "Amoka, I have a confession. I started this as a game. But today, you showed me what love really means." She smiled. "And what does it mean?" Ode exhaled. It's about giving, about caring without expecting anything in return. Amoka nodded. Now you understand. For the first time, Ode didn't feel like a trickster. He felt like a man ready to love, not just for a day, but for real. And so, in the heart of Abuja, under the city lights, a trickster learned the true meaning of Valentine's Day. Not through tricks, but through love, kindness, and change.